Hi everybody, I don't know if you can see this, but we're just going through the papers that you have. So if you put this paper in front of you that says writing task, what we're going to do is we're going to actually work through the writing process with one idea. And I'm going to model it for my own life, my own experience of a place that I want to write about. And you guys can decide if you want to copy down my notes as a practice, or if you want to start making your own plan as I'm making my plan. Okay? So you can decide what works best for you. But we will be following this writing task. So it says, follow the steps below to write a descriptive paragraph on a place in your life. So if you decide that you want to turn it into more than one paragraph, you are welcome to do that as well. But we're going to work with one paragraph. So brainstorm a big list of places that have played a role in your life. For example, the place could be a home, a town, a gathering place, a mountain, or a forest. Then choose one place from your list and fill out the mind map. So we have the mind map. Ask your instructor for a copy, blah, blah, blah. I gave it to you. Okay, so I am about to brainstorm my list. You guys can decide if you want to copy my list or if you want to start brainstorming a list of important places to you. So if I start right now, I already know my van is an important place for me. My garden / yard. My church's sanctuary. My church sanctuary. If I think back to Mexico, I think of the mango tree that we used to have our little donkey corral in. Donkey corral. What else can I think of places? I can think of Fort Dufferin, which is near us, where my family likes to go hiking. I can think of the La Salle River and the apartment that Bruce and I used to live in by the river. Apartment by the river, where we first started out our married lives together. I think of a lake called Lake Chembe in Zambia. Racking my brain here. I think of I don't know why this just popped into my head, and I'm just gonna put it down. I'm gonna put down roadside foods. When I was a kid, there's this little convenience store, it's still there, it's called Roadside Foods, and every day I would count my pennies when the penny still existed, and 10 pennies would buy me this really cool piece of gum, and on my way to school I want that gum, right? So Roadside Foods makes my list as well. Altona Mall, weird, right? The Altona Mall. I have such memories of the Altona Mall when I was a kid. Yeah, so these are all things. When I came to you this morning, you could probably tell the ones I already had in my brain to get me started, because I've been thinking about this, and I had these ones in my brain. I did not know that my brain would also start thinking about these places. I didn't know that, but I'm just going to write them all down. Okay, so I've done that. Then I want to choose one place from my list that I'm going to focus on, and I'm going to use the mind map to organize those ideas. So I'm going to go to this mind map and I'm going to start using it to start thinking and organizing a little bit more. So if I go, sorry guys, I should have it here. I'll just click here. So take me to it. Or maybe, hang on. So what are you guys doing with this? Are you finding your place, or are you going to copy down my example? Which way are you going about it?
I think I'll just do my own.
You're doing your own. And are you sticking with the one you did during your free writing?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So here it is. Just rotate this. Rotate it again. Sorry, I had this all ready before and then my computer did an update. Okay. So, out of all the places on my list, I'm going to choose my van. We have a VW hippie van from the 1980s, has a little pop-up camera place. So I'm going to say it's my VW Westphalia or Westie van. Okay? So this is the place I'm going to do. Now, I'm going to start my brainstorm with these questions in mind. How would you describe the place? Oh my goodness. Compact, meaning tiny. It's compact, it's tiny, it's, well, the space is well organized in the van. Space well organized. It has a little fridge. It has a little stove. Has anybody been in one? Has anybody been in one of these vans? Did you go in mine, Anna?
I didn't go in there, but I looked in there.
Okay.
I have been in those kind of vans before.
Yeah. It has a pop-up roof.
Yes.
It's like kind of 1980s. It looks very 1980s. It is from the 1980s, right? So it's compact, it's tiny, the space is well organized, there's a fridge, there's a stove. It has like 80s upholstery. I don't know how to spell upholstery, but I don't care because this is my brainstorm. Upholstery, what is upholstery? For those of you who might not know the word. When I say upholstery, what do I mean?
The covers on the cushions or bedding
Yeah,
or whatever?
the covers on the cushions. Yeah.
Or seats, whatever you
Yeah,
want to
so
call it.
it's like tan. It's tan, and it's polyester kind of thing. So that's kind of how I would describe the place. Now, who shared this place with you? So definitely I share this place with my family. My family. And every summer. Maybe I'm getting into another part of my questions, but my family every summer. So Zam, Izzy, Zico, and Bruce. I rarely share this space with anyone else. But if you guys want a ride, I would give you a ride. Rarely share this space with anyone else. Okay. What experiences happen here? Oh my goodness, so many experiences. Okay, so when we're in the van, we're always, we listen to music, we share deeply, we go on road trips, Some of the road trips we've gone on, to California, to BC, to Arizona. This was all kind of one big road trip. We took it to PEI. We've taken it to Saskatchewan when my daughter was at vet camp. We've driven it all along just south of New Bergtal, there's a border road that separates the US and Canada. We've driven that whole border road with our van and camped along the way, border road. We've camped with it at Fort Dufferin. We have camped in numerous Walmart parking lots, at numerous gas stations, at numerous just pulling over on the side of the road. All of these experiences have happened in that van. What lessons about yourself can you draw from this place? I have learned that I love freedom. I love my freedom because I feel free when I'm in the van. I have learned that my family and their happiness is all that really matters. I've learned to be patient because this van breaks down often. So when you're on a trip, Anna, you can count, you're going to break down at least 4 or 5 times. So I learned to be patient and that plans, you can't make plans. You can't plan for life, basically. When you're in the van, it goes the way it wants to go, and if it breaks down, it breaks down. And you sometimes, like in Arizona, I sat on the side of a road with my children and read them books in the desert heat while my husband was like looking at the van trying to get it going again. And he's not a mechanic.
Oh, man.
I learned to rely on others. Rely on others because sometimes the battery goes, so you can drive for about 2 hours and then it just stops, and then you flag someone down and you ask them to jump you, and you meet some really interesting people. So I've learned that it's okay to rely on others and to ask for help. Rely on others and to ask for help. Now, if you have returned to this place, how has it changed? Okay, this van, it never changes. It never changes. It just always needs more work. Just needs more work all the time. And yeah, every time it's time to license, it's ready to license, because we only license it for the summer. I get excited. I get excited. And then first trip, I can't stop smiling. I feel so free. I feel so alive when I'm in that van with my family. So now if I look at my map, I can start to think, how do I want to organize this? So if we go back to this paper, and I won't flash it on the screen because it'll look weird over top. So if we go back to this, we have done the thinking for the part of the writing process. We've also done some organizing with those things, but you'll notice under the organizing spot it says now to choose the best ideas from your mind map. Put a number next to each idea to show you will write about what you will write about first, second, third, and so on. So if you guys look at this and the amount of information I have, if I'm supposed to write one paragraph, do you think that's going to be kind of difficult for me? Yeah. Who thinks that I should write more paragraphs? And if so, how would I decide, how would this help me in writing paragraphs?
Well, you could maybe start off.
How do we usually start off if we're writing any kind of story or research essay or any kind of thing? What do we call that first paragraph?
Kind of like an introduction.
Introduction, yeah. So if you guys, and I'm going to grab a different, and this is where it gets all exciting because you're beginning to organize, right? It's like you've moved to a new house and you have all these boxes to unpack now. It's overwhelming, but it's also exciting, okay? Let's think of it that way. Yeah, super exciting. And everything's already organized. You got all your panties over here and all your dishes, and you just need to figure out what order you're going to put them away. Okay? So if we looked at this and we said, I want to write more than one paragraph, I want to start with an intro.